So, good evening. Myself, Dr. Anjana. Today, I am going to teach you about Bahya Kalpanas in Bhaishijya Kalpana. So, in in Ayurveda, there are two types of treatment modalities are explained. That is, Andhaparimarjana and one second. Good evening. Myself, Dr. Anjana CS. Today, I am going to teach you about Bahya Kalpanas, which are mentioned in Bhaishijya Kalpana. So the contents of today's topic is there will be an introduction regarding the Bahya Kalpanas. Labor Kalpanas will be taken detailing. Malahara Kalpanas, Upanaha Kalpana and Dhrupana Kalpana. These are the topics that I am going to cover in today's topic, today's class. Okay. So in Ayurveda, there are two kinds of treatment procedures are explained. That is, apart from the Shodhana Shamana concept and Sandarpana Avatarpana, Lengana Brahmana concept, based on the route of administration of the drug, this is classified into two. That is, Andhaparimarjana and Bahiparimarjana. So, Andhaparimarjana is Parimarjana. The term Parimarjana means purification or disease, eradication of a disease. So, Andhaparimarjana means the treatment modalities which include internal medications, and Bahiparimarjana means the treatment modalities which include external applications, or rather, it is called as topical preparations or topical medicaments. So, then Bahiparimarjana, the medicine are intended to use only for external purposes. In Ayurveda, different kinds of external preparations are explained. Some of the preparations are Lepa Kalpana, Malahara Kalpana, Upanaha Kalpana, Uddvartana, Avachurnana or Avadulana, Abhenga and Dhupana. In this class, I am going to teach you about Lepa Kalpana, Malahara Kalpana, Upanaha and Dhupana preparations. First, we will begin with the Lepa Kalpana. So, in this session, I'm going to, these are the details I'm going to teach you, like the definitions of the Lepa Kalpana, significance of Lepa Kalpana, and I'll be talking about the different references that are available in the classical textbooks, and the different classification of Lepa, and each classifications will be taken detailing, and rules regarding the application of Lepa, shelf life, and relevant research studies also will be covered. So the first let me begin with the definition of Lepa Kalpana. So the definition actually similar to the Kalka Kalpana, which is explained by Acharya Sharangadhara. In Sharangadhara Samhita, while explaining Kalka Kalpana, he has explained Dravya Madram Shilapishtam Shushtam Va Sa Jalam Bhaved Praksheba Avava Kalkaha Te Tasyaha Matramahu Karsha Samhita. So, Acharya Yadavji Trigamji has slightly modified the definition and applied it to Lepa Kalpana. So the definition goes like this: Dravya Mardram Shilapishtam Shushtam Va Sa Dravam Tanuvu Dehe Pralepanartham Tat Lepaha Ittichade Budaihi. So the first part is same as that of Kalka Kalpana, and the second line, that is Dehe Pralepanartham, to apply externally, over the skin. Tat Lepaha Ittichade Budaihi. So this can be prepared by Dravya Mardra. The wet drugs are pounded to make a kalka, and it is directly applied over the skin. And if we get the dry drugs, so we have to convert it to kalka by adding little amount of liquid media while grinding. So this kalka is used to apply externally over the skin. This type of dosage form is known as Lepa Kalpana. And synonyms are given as Alepasya cha namani, Lipto Lepascha Lepanam. Lepa Kalpana is also known as Alepa Kalpana, Lipta, Lepana, Alepana, and Lepan. Okay. Next, move on to the significance of Lepa Kalpana. So in Sushruta Samhita, we get the during he explains about the Vrana and Shobha treatment. He explains that how water is used to put off the fire in a burning house. Likewise, the Shobha, which is provoked Shobha of the increased doshas or provoked doshas or aggravated doshas can be pacified by the application of leba. So that is the significance of Leba Kalpana. He has coined the significance to a burning house, how the fire is put off using the water. So he used a simile for that. यथा प्रज्वालिते वेश्मणि अम्भसा परिशेषणं क्षिप्रं प्रशमत्याशु अग्निमेव आलेपनं रुजः एव आलेपनं रुजः. Like that, aleba or lepana will eradicate the ruja or disease. प्रह्लादने शोधने च शोभस्य हरणे तथा उत्सादने रोपणे च तल्लेपः स्यात्तु तदर्थकृत्. So these are the therapeutical indications that put forward by Acharya Sushruta. That is Prahladane, Shodhane, Shobhasya Harane, Utsadane, Robane. So these are the therapeutical applications, general therapeutical applications Acharya have put forward. And next, coming to the Lepa Kalpana or the contributions of each Acharyas. In Charaka Samhita, in Sutrasthana, the first chapter is Dirghanjivaniyam Adhyaya. Second chapter is Apamarga Tanduliya. So the Apamarga Tanduliyam is in that chapter, he has explained the modalities for the Andha Parimarjana Chikitsa. The third chapter, that is known as Aragudeyam Adhyaya, he has explained or dedicated completely for the Bahi Parimarjana concept. So in that chapter, Acharya Charaka has explained 32 types of pralepas or pradehas. He has mentioned it as pradeha and praleva also given it as a synonym. So that is the first in the contribution of Acharya Charaka. In Chikitsa Sthana, Praleva Aleba word is mentioned in Visarpa Chikitsa, and 83 type of lepanas are found apart from the 32 pradehas explained in the Sutrasthana. In chapters of Chikitsa Sthana, several lepas are indicated to treat Pushta, Sidma, Rajayakshma, Shodha, Arsha, Visarpa, Dhalitya, Palitya, Vadarekta, Yoni Vyapat, and Stanya Vikaras. And all the three types of dravyas, that are Stavara, Jangama, and Parthiva dravyas, are mentioned for the preparation of Lepa Kalpana. Ingredients which are apart from the herbal ingredients, which are n number of ingredients, plenty number of ingredients, herbal materials are explained for Lepa preparations. Apart from that, the Saindhava Levana, different kinds of Levana, different kinds of Shara, and various metallic preparations like Naga, Vanga, and Loha, and mineral preparations like mineral ingredients like Haridala, Manashila, Gandaga, Tutta, Gaidika, and Jangama dravyas like Gorojana, Gomutra, Godukta, Ajadukta, Kukkuda Shakrita, Kapoda Vishtam, Go Shakrita, Gajasti, Ushtra Vasa, Godharasa, Loma, Khura Shringa, and of various animals have various Jangama dravyas are explained for the preparation of Lepa Kalpana. So all the three types of dravyas, that is Stavara, Jangama, and Parthiva. Coming to the concept of Lepa Kalpana in Sushruta. So we get a systematic description or systematic classification of Lepa in Sushruta Samhita. He has classified the Lepa Kalpana into Lepa, Pradeha, and Aleba, depending based on the physical nature of the Lepa as well as the dosha action on a particular dosha. Acharyas have Sushruta have also mentioned Anulepa as a synonym of Lepa. The main indications to treat main indications of Lepa is given in Shashti Upakrama, especially in the Krishna Karma, Pandu Karma, Roma Shadana Karma, and Loma Lomapaharana karma. So we know that Lomasadhana is a hair removal creams, and Krishna karma or Pandu karma is the complexion, is based on the complexion. You can do both Krishna karma and Pandu karma. So these are indicated for, as a part of Brana Chikitsa, but still it denotes the importance of lepa in cosmetic purpose. So he has all, apart from the cosmetic um, purposes, he has also mentioned different kinds of lepa in the treatment of Padarekta, Arsha, Ashmari, Pushta, Dadru, Shitra, Vidradi, Visarpa, Gremdi, Arbuda, Gandamala, Ubadamsha, Sripada, and Shudra Rogas. Shudra Rogas, you will get a lot of lepa references, and in Arbuda, Galaganda also. So these are the contributions of Sushruta. And coming to Ashtanga Sangraha. So the Lepa classification, Ashtanga Sangraha, in Ashtanga Sangraha, you will get a Lepa classification according to the therapeutical applications. Like 10 types of Lepa are mentioned based on the therapeutical applications, like Snaihiga, Nirvapana, Prasadana, Stambana, Vilayana, Pajana, Pidana, Shodhana, Ropana, and Savarnikarana. So, while analyzing the ingredients of all these EPA, we will come to know that the oleogenous bases or the oil bases, fat bases, lipid bases are the used for the Snehana, Nirbhavana, Prasadana, Ropana, and Savarnikarana properties. And the other bases like Kanjiga, Gomutra, like Amla, Kshara, Guna bases are used for the other purposes like Shodhana, Pidana, Pajana, Ropana, etc. So these have the Ushna, Tishna, and Vishada gunas. So this is the contribution of Ashtanga Sangraha. Coming to Ashtanga Hridaya. Ashtanga Hridaya, the Lepa explanation starts from the Jwara itself. He has explained different kinds of lepa in Jwara, Raji Ekshma, Arsha, Adapacha Trishna, Ekanga Shobha, Visarpa, Kushta, Dartru, Shitra, Sidma, and Vipatika. And we will get the dosha, there are classification based on the physical nature of the lepa as well as the action on a particular dosha, that is doshagna, vishagna, varnagara lepas. And main contribution of Laghu Vakpada to Lepa Kalpana is he has explained different kinds of Lepa Kalpana in different kinds of Mukha Lepa Kalpanas in different seasons. So that is actually indicates the cosmetic point of view of those acharyas. Like in every samhidas you take, you will get a lot of references that are meant for cosmetic purposes, especially when we are dealing with the lepa kalpana. So in Ashtanga Hridaya, he has explained different kinds of lepa kalpana or different ingredients for different seasons. So the ingredients goes like this, like in Hemantaruja, you have to use Polamaja, Vasamula, Lodra, and Gaura Sarshapa. Shishiradu, Simhi Mula, Krishna Natika, Krishna Naliga, Darvi Tuka, Nistushayava, and in Vasanta Rudu, Darbha Mula, Chandana, Ushira, Sirisha, Misi, and Tandula, Krishma Rudu, Kumuda, Utpala, Talhara, Durva, Madhuga, and Chandana, Parsha Rudu, Kaliyaga, Tila, Ushira, Mamsi, Tagara, and Patmaga, Sharat Rudu, that is Talisapatra, Kundra, Kundariga, Yashti Madhu, Tasha, Tagara, and Agaru. So these are the lepas which are specifically mentioned, Mukha lepas, which are specifically mentioned by Laghu Vakpada in Ashtanga Hridaya for specific seasons, starting from Hemanta to Sharat Rutu. So this is a special contribution of Acharya Laghu Vakpada. Okay. Next, we will go into Sharangadhara point of view. Like we know that a detailed description of Sharangadhara Lepa Kalpana is available in Sharangadhara Samhita, which is explained in Uttarakhanda 11th chapter, Ebanadhyaya. So, in which Sharangadhara have classified lepas based on the action on dosha, action on therapeutical action, that is the lebas which are indicated for Doshagna, Vishakna, and Varnegara leba. And he has also mentioned, also classified leba according to the physical nature as well as the action on a particular dosha like praleba, pradeha, and aleba. But still, he has the main difference, main contribution of Sharangadhara is Doshagna, Vishakna, and Varnegara leba. And he has mentioned some interesting lebas like Kidakni leba, Suryavartahara leba, Ardhava Vedaga Hara leba, and Kundarahara, Yoni Sangojaga, Yoni Dravaga, Linga Vrdhigara, Stanya Vrdhigara, and Vashigara lebas are also explained by Sharangadhara. And he has named all these lebas based on the prime ingredient or the first ingredient, which you will be getting from Langalyadi leba. And based on the total contents, total ingredients which are present in the leba, that is the Shanga leba, and the indication of the leba or the disease in which the leba is indicated. So based on that, he has named the lebas like Shutrahara leba, Kidakna leba, etc. So these are the things he was keen on while naming the leba. So he has mentioned Doshakna, Vishakna, and Varnegara leba. That is the prime contribution of Sharangadhara, and mentioned and the naming was done based on the main ingredient, total contents in the leba, and disease in which it is indicated. So these are the main things which are explained by Sharangadhara. So coming to the classification. So we have talked about the contributions, different aspects of leba, which we will get from each text. But on briefing, when we brief the classification, you will get like Sushruta. Sushruta, he has classified leba into thickness and thickness, and this is the classification, main classification of leba. So we completed the classical references of the leba. So when we come to the classification, how the lebas are classified in the textbook. So in Sushruta, we will get based on the therapeutic, based on the thickness and the action on a particular dosha, it is divided into, the lebas are divided into praleba, pradeha, and aleba. And based on the detailed description for each and every lebas will be given later. And in Charaga, he's also classified lebas based on the different therapeutic actions. That is 32 type of praleba or pradeha. Okay, coming to Sharangadhara, he has classified lebas classified based on action as well as based on the physical nature and the action on a particular dosha. So based on the action or therapeutic action, he has explained Doshagna, Vishagna, and Varnegara lebas. Where Doshagna specifically indicated for disease condition. Vishagna is an antitoxic or in a toxicity condition, and Varnegara is the cosmetic purposes. Sharangadhara, based on the thickness, he has explained two types. On the contrary, Sushruta have explained three types, that is praleba, pradeha, and aleba. But Sharangadhara, he has explained praleba and pradeha only. Two types. According to Ashtanga Sangraha, based on the therapeutical actions, 10 types are mentioned. So they are Snahiga, Naruvavana, Prasadana, Stambana, Vilayana, Pajana, Pidana, Shodhana, and Savarnikarana. So among these, the first 5 are used in Brana Shodha. Rest of the 5 lebas are useful in Brana. So these are the classification. Next, we will move on to each and every lebas in detail. So the first one Sharangadhara explained is Doshagna. So coming to Doshagna, he has explained Punarnava Dari Shundin Siddhartham Shikrumevacha Pishtva Cheva Aranalena Pralebaha Sarva Shodchit. So the ingredients are Punarnava, Daru Haridra, Shundi, Siddhartha, and Sarshaba, and Shigru. These has to be triturated with the Aranala until we Aranala. So that is the process. So the ingredients are triturated with the Aranala until we get a smooth kalka. Okay, this kalka is applied or indicated in the Shobha condition. Sarva Shodhachita, inflammatory conditions. So this is the Doshakna. This is one example. There are several examples of Leba Kalpanas are available in Sharangadhara 11th chapter, Uttarakhanda. Okay, next. Vishagna. Vishagna is in toxic conditions or any kind of insect bite. We can apply this Vishagna lepas. So there are like three lepas are mentioned by explaining the Vishakna lepas. Many other lepas are also explained in the rest of the chapter. So the here we will learn about the Ajadugdha Tiler Levo Navanidena Samyudaha Shodhamarushkaram Handi Levo Va Krishna Mritigaihi. So in the sloga, two lepas are mentioned. That is Ajadugdha Tiler Levo. So the sesame seeds that are tricerated with the Ajadugdha or Navanida until we get a soft homogeneous paste. Or we can do the same thing with the Krishna Mritika. The Krishna Mritika, take the Krishna Mritika and triturate it with the either Ajadugdha or Navanita. So the soft paste is applied over Shodham Arushkaram Handi. That means these are indicated for in the sense allergic reactions or the inflammatory responses of a Balladaka. So Balladaga, the Shodha eruptions, skin eruptions will be other allergic symptoms of Balladaga. So for that, we can apply this Ajadugdha Tilaleva. So it is indicated for and it is indicated for all kinds of Shodha also. So this is the Vishagna Leva. One more Vishagna Leva that is starts from Langali. Langalyadi Leva. That is Langali Adivisha Alabu Jalini Mula Bijagayi Levo Danyambu Sampishtayi Kida Vispoda Nashanaka. So Langalyadi Leva is the ingredients are Langali, Adivisha, Alabu, Jalini, Bijamula. That is seeds of Mulaga. Okay, that are triturated with the dhanyamla, dhanyambu pishta leba. So these ingredients are triturated with the dhanyambu, and these are indicated for the leba is indicated to apply locally in insect bite. If we have an insect bite patient, or if any, if for that purpose we can do these kinds of Vishakna lebas. So that is the Langalyadi leba, which is the trituration medium is Dhanyambu. So, like Varnyagara leba. So, Varnyagara leba, the first one he explained, which is used for the improve the complexion or improve the luster of the skin. So that is you have to take meaning out of Varnyagara means it not only increases the complexion but also it increases the luster or glow of the skin. So that is the meaning of Varnyakara leva. So Rekta Chandana Manjishta, Lodra Kushta Priyangavaha, Vada Anguraha, Masurashcha, Vyangatna, Mukha Kandita. So these are indicator for Vyanga as well as to increase the Mukha Kandi. So the ingredients are Rekta Chandana, Manjishta, Lodra, Kushta Priyangu, Vada Angura and Masura. And these ingredients you can triturate with any liquid medium. You can take water, or instead you can take lemon juice or milk, curd. So he has not mentioned any specific liquid medium for the trituration purpose. So that is up to you. Based on the disease condition, based on the patient's condition, you can prescribe any liquid medium. Okay. Next one is Madhulunga Jada Sarpihi Shila O Shakrdo Rasaha Muga Kandigaro Lebaha Pidiga Vyenga Kalajit. So it means the root of Madhulunga, ghee, Shila, that is Manashila, and these are triturated with the Go Shakrdo Rasaha, that is cow dung extract. You need to take the cow dung juice, cow dung extract, not Go Mudra, cow dung extract. So using cow dung extract, you have to triturate Madhulunga Jada, the root of Madhulunga. and Manashila and Sarthi. And when we apply it on the face, it will be good for Pitika, Ganga, Kalajit. Kala means blackish discoloration, various kinds of acne, and various kinds of pimple, pustules, etc. So these are indicated to relieve the black spot and discoloration. So these are the Varnikara lebas. And these labas not only differ only on the action, but also these are differs in the thickness of their application. So Doshakna leba, generally Sharangadhara has explained for all the purposes, for all the labas, he has mentioned the thickness should be equal to Mahisha Ardra Charma. So there are papers that are explaining Mahisha Ardra Charma thickness as 4 to 5 mm. So 4 to 5 mm thickness is the Mahisha Ardra Charma. But in some paper, I have seen like 2 to 3 mm is the thickness of the Mahisha Ardra Charma. So you can take both the references and you can decide what, based on the condition, based on the disease, you can prescribe the patient starting with the range from 2 to 5 mm. So that is the general thickness that is explained for all lepas by Sharangadhara Samhita as well as Shushruta. But he has also explained different thickness level based on the action. That is, for Doshakna leba, 1/4 of an angula is the thickness. Vishakna, 1/3 of an angula, and Varnigara, 1/2 of an angula, or half of an angula. So the most thick leba is Varnigara leba. For the complexion purpose, or for the cosmetic purpose, you have to apply it thickly. So that is the significance. Doshakna, only 1/4 of an angula is needed. Vishakna, 1/3. So based on that, and Sharangadhara has again divided the Leba Kalpana based on the thickness as well as the dosha action. So the thickness, based on the thickness, it is Praleba and Pradeha. Praleba is the Tanu Leba, Pradeha is the thick Leba. So these are the pramanas, Tri Pramana, Chadurbhaga, Tribhaga, Ardangula. Okay. Coming to Praleba and Pradeha, Shidaha Tanu Vishoshicha, Pralebaha Padikirtitaha, Ardro Ganaha, Ghanaha, Tadha Ushna, Syat Pradeha, Sleshma Vataha. So Praleba is indicated for Pitta condition, which are Pitta will aggravate in the hot climate or hot conditions. So the leba which are Shita are indicated for Pitta condition. That is a common sense. So Shita Tanu, which is Tanu, that is thin lepas, which get easily dries up, that is Vishoshi. Vishoshi has two kind. You have to understand Vishoshi in two different scenarios. That is, Vishoshi can meant by like the leba which dries up very quickly can be taken as Vishoshi, or leba which has to be removed after it completely get dried. So that is the two meaning of Vishoshi. So here Acharya explains the nature of physical nature of leba. That is leba which dries up very easily. Since it is tanu, thin leba, it dries up very easily, and these are indicated for pitta condition. And pradeha, on the contrary, they are ardra, which has to be moist all the time. So that it has to be understood that it should be removed before it gets dried. And the next thing is dhana. This is thick layer, and which stays moist for a long period of time. That is indicated for Shleshma and Vata condition. So, based on the dosha, based on the action, therapeutical action, Doshakna, Vishakna, and Varnagara, based on the thickness, Praleba and Pradeha, and based on the thickness again, the Doshakna, Vishakna, and Varnagara. So, these are the classifications of Sharangadhara Samhita regarding Leba Kalpana. Coming to Sushruta, Acharya Sushruta. He also explains about the thickness of leba like Acharya Sharangadhara. That is equal to a buffalo skin, Ardra Charma Mahisha Pad. Mahisha Ardra Charmavat. So it ranges from 4 to 5 mm in some text, some research papers, and in some it is 2 to 5, 2 to 3. So that we can take it as a 2 to 5. He explains three types of labor based on the physical nature and action on a particular dosha. So the first one is praleba, second is pradeha, and third one is aleba. And the leba, since the 4 to 5 is the range of Mahisha Ardra Charma, you have to take it as the lebas which are below the 4 mm thickness considered as to be thin lebas, and lebas which are above 5 mm should be considered as thick lebas. So the first one, that is praleba, that is Shida Tanu Avishoshi or Vishoshiva. So in Acharya Sharangadhara has specifically mentioned as praleba should be Vishoshi. But in Sushuddha, both type of lepas can be of praleba. That is Avishoshi or Vishoshi. So the difference between the application of Vishoshi and Avishoshi lepa is the terminology. That Avishoshi means it has to be removed before it is get dried. Before it get dried. So that is Avishoshi. Vishoshi means that it should be removed after it got dried. Okay. So when we need Vrana Shobha Pidana, we have to use a Vishoshi Lepa. That is Vrana Shodha Pedana means if you want to do an incision and a drainage, if you want to make your Shobha, Pakka Shobha, or you want to drain the pus, you want to the cyst, the Vrana Mukha, you have to develop the Vrana into a Vrana Mukha, and by that the Vrana Puya can be drained. So for that purpose, you have to use the Vishoshi Leba. But if Vishoshi Pranashodha Pedana is not needed, in that scenarios, you can use the Avishoshi Lepa. So that is the so Vishoshi, why the Pranashodha Pedana occurs? Because the Lepa stays in the applied area for a longer period. So the Pedana, the process of Paga, of assist occurs. So that is why you have to use the Vishoshi kinds of Lepana in the conditions where you need to have a Pranashobha Pedana. Okay. So these are like Shida and Tanu, but Vishoshi or Avishoshi based on the condition. Okay, that is Praleba. And coming to Pradeha. These can be Shita or Ushna. Praleba is always Shita. Okay. But Pradeha and Praleba is used for a Pitta condition. But Pradeha, it can be Shita or Ushna based on the condition. And Bahala and Abahu based on the condition. But always it is Avishoshi because it has to be removed before it is get dried. Okay, so indicated in Vada Kapha condition. Ushna, basically Pradehas are considered as Ushna. So these are indicated in Vada Kapha condition. Both Vata and Kapha, both are Shita Guna. So those are indicated in Vada Kapha condition to relieve the Vata and Kapha from the Vrana or Shodha. And Bahala Leba is equal to the thickness of a buffalo skin. That is same as the general thickness. And Abahu Leba, in which he has explained to take a Kalka Pinda instead of a Leba. Like these will allow or these will facilitate more localized action. So that is the abahuleva, to treat a small acne or a small cyst. When we ask patients to do a marma gulika lepana, we ask them to put the lepa more locally, or a more localized manner in the affected part. So that is the kalka pinda lepa. More localized action can be brought about by the abahulepas. So if the cyst or the area of affected area is small, you can go for abahuleba. Okay. The third one is aleba. So that means which exhibits aleba is which exhibits both the praleva and pradeha characteristics. So that is known as aleba. So that comprises Sushruda's point of view regarding the lebas, praleba, pradeha, and aleba. Praleba is the general thickness is Mahisha Ardha Charma that ranges from 2 to 5. Coming to Charagas 32 Pradeha or Lepa as a part of Bahit Parimarjana. So I'm not going to teach each and every aspect of 32 Lepas and all. I'm going to give you a brief description about these classifications. That is, among the 32 Pradeha or Lepa, he has explained 15 Kushtahara Lepas, 4 Vata Vikara Shamana lepas, lepas or pradehas. For Vata Rekta, he has explained 3 pradehas, and for Shirashula, he has explained 2 lepas. Daha Shamana 2, Udarashula 1, Parshashula Nashaka Pradeha 1, Shita Nashaka Pradeha 1, Ishakna 1, Sveta Hara 1, and Durganda Nashna 1. So, total 32 pradehas. So some of the pradehas I have explained here. That is, first one is Kushtanashaka Leva, in which Manashila, in one Leva, Manashila, Haritala, Marija, Tail and Arkakshira is used. Second one, Sasliga, Vidanga, Marija, Kushta, Lodra, Manashila and Haridala is used. In Vatahara Levas, which are 4 in number. Those are Kola Gulatadi Churna is used, Kushta, Shatafa, Vaja, Yava Churna, Tilataila. And 4 kinds of Sneha, Dashamula, Gandhaushadas are also seen in one lepas used for Vadhara purpose. Kola Gulatadi Churna is a very common here in Kerala for the especially in the Panchakarma treatment for the Pindasveda. So Kola Kolatadi is explained here. And Udara Shula. Udara Shula Hara Churna, Udara Shula Hara Lepas, Yava Churna, that is only one lepa is available. That is Yava Churna, Takra and Shara. Vadarekta Hara, 3 lepas are available, in which Goduma, Ghee, Ajadukta are available. Anjane, hello. For Vadarekta, 3 lepas are available, Goduma, Ghee, Ajatutta. And Vishakna, for Vishakna lepa, Tirisha and Sindhuvara, Nurgundi is used. So those are the contributions of Charaga in Lepa Kalpana. Next, coming to the rules of application of lepas. So there are like 7 to 8 rules that are important for the while applying lepa. So the lepas or the topical preparations should be gently rubbed or applied in the upward direction or opposite or reverse direction of the hair follicles. So this is the first rule. So while applying or rubbing the skin, the temperature over the applied area will be increased. So that will actually increase the uptake of the materials by sebaceous glands, as well as the percutaneous absorption of the medicament into the system will be more. So that is the importance of application of lepa towards the opposite direction of the hair follicles. So this is explained in the sloka as Tatra Pradiloma Malimbe na Anulomanam. It has to be always applied in the Pradiloma direction. प्रतिलोमे हि सम्यक् औषधम् अवतिष्ठते अनुप्रविश्यति रोमकूपान् स्वेदवाहिनी विश्य सिरामुखेर्वीर्यं प्राप्नोति. So the Romakupas, through the Romakupas and Svedavahini, that is pilosebaceous glands, and Siramukha, these three will be attaining the virya, so that the absorption of leba is more effective if we apply the leba in the opposite direction of the hair follicles. So that is the first rule. Second rule, all freshly prepared lebas must be used, and once it is prepared, it has to be used instantly also. So that is the second rule. In the second rule, nowadays we get the dried powders in the packets for the purpose of leba, like eladi gana lebas are all, and Rekta Chandana, all these powdered dry powders are available. When we mixed it with the liquid medium, it should be used instantaneously, or unless it is stored in a airtight container in a refrigerator. That you should store it in soon after the use also. So that is the one clause in the second rule, because nowadays very few people will go for the freshly collected material, make it as a paste and use it for the purpose, cosmetic purpose and other purposes also. So we are all getting the dry powders of all the formulations. So you have to mix it with the liquid medium and use it instantaneously. Or if it is more, you can keep it in a refrigerator. So that is the second rule. Third rule is regarding the time of application of leba as well as the time of removal of the leba. So the praleba should not be applied at night. The leba should not be applied at night. That is the first thing. The time of application should be during the daytime. It should not be applied during the night time. And it should not be allowed to stay after it gets dries up, unless there is an exception. So the exception I have told you earlier, that is Rana Shobha Pidana is needed. So that is the only exception in which we can keep the praleba on the site of application even after it is dried. So the pralebas or leba should not be applied at night, nor it should be allowed to stay on the site of application. Whereas the pradehas can be allowed to stay on even after drying, because the reason behind it is ardra in nature. Pradehas are thick lebas and those are ardra in nature also. So those will not cause wrinkles in the skin. If we allow the dried lebas on the face or anywhere in the skin, it will also maybe the cause for the skin wrinkling. So that is why you need to, and also other major conditions are also there, in which the temperature of the affected or the applied part will be increased. The or red spots may come. In order to avoid that, or in order to avoid all such situations, you have to remove the leba before it gets dries. Okay. So that is the third rule, that is time of leba application as well as time of leba removal. Next, and there are some exceptions, that is in apakko shopa, gambira shopa arising from the rekta and shleshma conditions, you can apply it in the night time also. So based on the disease, you can apply it on the night, but apart from that, you must not apply the leba during the night time. So न रात्रो लेपनं कुर्या शुष्यमाणं न धारयेत् शुष्यमाणम् उपेक्षेत प्रदेहं पीडनं प्रति. For the purpose of पीडना, you can leave the leba there itself after the shoshana. न रात्रो लेपनं कुर्या शुष्यमाणं न धारयेत्. Leba should not be applied during the night, and shushyamanam leba should not be kept there at the site of application. And the exception is mentioned in the sloga. Ratrau avi pralebanadi vidhi karyo vichakshane apakva shodhe gambire rekta sleshma samudbhave. So apakva shodha, gambira shodha, and rekta sleshma samudbhava shodha also you can do the vishoshi kinds of leba. Then why it is contraindicated during night time? Because in the night time, the heat of the body will be transferred to the or heat of the body comes out from the through the pores of the skin. So when we apply the leva, the pores will be blocked. So the heat loss will not be proper. So to avoid that, you have to you should not apply the leva during the night time. So that is the reason. Tamasa pihido hyushma roma purva mukhe sthidah vina levena nityadi ratro no levedatha. Okay. Next one is the fifth rule is leba should be ardra. The leba should be ardra in nature. Ardro vyadhi harahasa sya shushko dushayedi chavim. So the ardra leba or the lebas which are in moist form will pacify the dosha, or the dried lebas, if we allow to stay at the site of application, it will not decrease the disease, and it will increase the disease also, and it will decrease the glow or luster of the skin, and increases the dryness or the irritation of the skin. So ardro vyadiharaha sushko dushayadi chavim. Chavi means the luster skin. So that is the fifth rule. Coming to sixth rule, that is leba should not be reused. Once used leba should not be reused. So the leba should be discarded like a waste material. So the na shushyamana ubeksheda anyatra pedayidhatvad shushko hi apartha vorukaracha. It will only cause disease. So the leba should not be reused. That is the sixth rule. Seventh rule is avoid leba, application of leba on and on. Once a leba is applied, you cannot apply leba over to that. You should not apply it. So that is the avoid application on and on. And we should not use the perjuice the leba. That is the leba which is prepared 1 day before, or the leba which is destroyed. So we should not use these lebas, Patrishida lebas. So why we so these Patrishida leba, use of Patrishida lebas as well as the application leba on and on will cause will increase the body temperature or the localized temperature. That temperature will be increased on the applied site of application of leba. So in order to avoid that, you should not do the on and on leba as well as the Patrishida leba. Nacha Patrishidam lebam kadajit avadayed ubatubari lebam tuna kadajit pradavayed ushmanam vedanam daham dhananjayad ghanatva janayed sahi. That is ghana. That the leba, if we apply leba and again we apply leba over to the previously applied leba, the thickness of the leba will be increased. So the shariroshma or the heat cannot escape from the pores. So it will only cause the daha and ushma. Temperature will be increased, and it will cause daha and burning sensation and reddish discoloration, spots of the skin. So to avoid this, you should not use Patrishida as well as leba, repeated leba. Okay. So these are the 7 to 8 rules of application of leba. So to brief the rules of application of leba, the first one is the leba should be applied in pradiloma gati, that is in opposite direction or the reverse direction of the hair follicles. Second rule is always use freshly prepared leba. Third rule is the regarding the time of application of leba as well as time of removal. Leba should not be applied during the night time, and leba should not be the shushka, dried leba should not be allowed to stay at the site of application. The fourth rule is leba, which is ardra should be used, which is vyadhikara, shushyamana will cause dukha. or will decrease the chavi or the complexion of the skin. The fifth rule is Leba should not be reused. Once used, Leba should not be reused. Sixth rule, the avoid application of Leba on and on. Seventh rule is we should not use Parishida Lebas. So these are the 7 rules of Leba. Okay. Coming to the shelf life of Leba Kalpana. If the Leba Kalpana containing herbal drugs, that is freshly prepared Kalkadarya, we are using, it should be used within 24 hours of the preparation. So this is equal to the Panchaveda Kashaya Kalpanas we learned, in which the 24 in which the shelf life of the freshly prepared Kalpanas are 24 hours. If the dried powders are used, like we bought it from the market and all, or we make it personally, we collect the dried drugs and powder it at home. We can use it for 2 months, and that is based on Sharangadara reference. That is Masadvaya Tata Churnam Hina Viritam Apnayat. So that is 2 months. Next rule is basically the drug and cosmetic rule of 1945, which every pharmacy should follow, and that rule number 161B of drug and cosmetic rule 1945 explains that the shelf life of Leba Churna, Leba Malahara, Leba Gudi for the 3 years. 3 of them are 3 years. Malahara, Churna as well as Gudi. Leba Gudis are also 3 years. 3 years are the years is the maximum shelf life of the Leba. Okay. Coming to Dashanga Lebam. So Dashanga Lebam, the reference is like Shirisham Madhu Yashticha, Tagaram Lekta Chantanam, Ela Mamsi Nisha Yugmam Pushtam Malagam Evacha, Idi Sanchurna Lebo Ayam, Panjamamsha Grida Pradaha, Jalene Kriyade Sutnehi, Dashanga Idi Sapnidaha, Visarpan Visha Viskodan, Shodhan, Dushtagranan Jayed. So this is the Dashanga Leba. As the name indicates, it contains 10 ingredients, starting from Isha, Yashti Madhu, Glycyrrhiza glabra, Tagara, Valeriana valichi, Lekta Chandana, Ela, Elateria cardamom, and Jadamamsi, Haridra, Daru Haridra, Kushta, and Bala. Okay. So these are the 10 ingredients of the Shangaleva. So these ingredients have to be triturated using water, because no specific liquid medium is not mentioned. So this has to be triturated with water, and while after trituration, we have to add 1/5 part of Krita also, and we have to apply in the Visarpa, Visha, Viskoda, and Shodha condition, Dushtagrana also. So these are the indications of the Shanga Leba. So while applying, you have to apply Grida. By Grida means the Kushta and Tagara, all these are very strong, very Tishna Guna Drivyas. So in order to balance the or Viryam, you have to add Panjamamsha Grida Krida, 1/5 part Krida also. These are indicated in Visarpa, Visha, Viskoda, and Shodha, Dushtavrana. And next one is Shada Dauda as well as Sahasra Dauda Grida. Yet Punaha Punaha Santapya, Shidambasa Nirvapyade,